You're right. It is a blessing, though, that we can meet and talk tonight. And Greg, I just want to give a quick shout out on your book, because your book is really, for me, it's a manual. It's a playbook of what we're seeing on both sides of the border. Why I came to America and what I think now. And it is hard to get your hands on this book of Greg's, but one part in particular, I think it's page 89. If you want to jot it down, I'm going to share it on Twitter if you're following the show tonight. Censor, cancel, dox. And you really go into how this works, Greg, the doxing part of the impact it has. And I didn't realize this till I read your book. The KKK were the best doxers ever. So when we see that happening today, you know, these tactics have been played out in history.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Val, I'm so touched you brought that up. And James, I think you had your mitts on that book, didn't you? But
I do. Listen.
The book is full, and I so appreciate, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate this, Val, because I don't like just blabbering stuff and putting in paper and in print, you know, for my own ego. I really want to teach and provide solutions for people. You know, not what's going on at the border. It's how do you fix it? What's the solution? Healthcare. How do you fix it? What's the solution? What's a doable solution? And virtually every chapter, things I deal with issue-wise, and thank you, Val, on that. That was called Censor, Cancel, Dox, the new weapon of mass communication destruction. And the tragic stories out there, I mean, I was on broadcast up in Edmonton probably a year ago. I talked about I think it was the mayor of Olympia, Washington, Olympia, Democrat stronghold capital of the state of Washington, and she almost had her house burned down by BLM supporters. She's a BLM supporter, James and Father. She's an activist, but they just needed to, whatever, on the single issue, the single day, whatever, you know, put your finger up to the wind and see what's angering liberals these days. They went and they burned the inside of her house, guys. So I don't know if she's going to vote Republican next, but it was an eye-opener. I mean, we're talking a grease fire that Seattle, Washington is in Portland, Oregon. Again, don't get me going. But, yes, stuff's going on that we need to fix right now. And thank you on that. Val, as a matter of fact, is there anything in that, because it's a cool, really short little chapter, is there anything in there, like even paragraph-wise, that would be worth a quick, like 60-second read? Because you got me curious on that.
Well, I love how it starts. Censor, cancel, dox, the new weapons of mass personal destruction. Can you believe this stuff? A Facebook friend from Manitoba asked me the meaning of dox. Canadians, even those well-researched, are often the last to hear about news in the States. Dox is a modern new word, but it's old, Pat, as far as what doxers do. Think torches late at night. Think bullies at your grandmother's house. The KKK were the best doxers ever. Today, if they disagree with someone, doxers go to the person's house and make a scene. The bullhorns, the signs, the spray paint, the usual noise, but often it's worse. So that's on page 89, Why I Came to America. And I know that you guys are brave enough, you're not afraid, and that's where it starts. But that's the reality. Many people we're seeing on both sides of the border. You guys talked about it right off the hop. They're scared, and we can't be. We cannot comply. We have to stand up and face this. That is how we clean